Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a product comparison. I'm sure, like a lot of you, I use these watertight Plano boxes, especially since I fish from a kayak a lot. This particular box is kind of like one of my Hardbait boxes. So let's first start by opening it up. You got those 3 latches to get that watertight seal. It's got that gasket here. But the problem that happens for me, I'm sure it happens to a lot of y'all, is you try to get one of these and, you know, they kind of all come out, right? And I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying. And, you know, if you're on fish, that's just time you're wasting. And I think also, you know, more of a chance that you're going to hook yourself. So I'm going to be going over 2 new products that I saw released this year that I think may be an interesting solution to us storing the hard baits that would make it easier for us to access that. So let's dive into that. The first box we're going to be going over is the Gruv Fishing Hardbait box. So this box is kind of interesting. For one, it's got a really clear lid, so you can kind of see what you're storing. Also pretty cool, it has a magnetic lid, so very quick and easy way of accessing your tackle. You know, the lid doesn't open like that. They don't claim that it's waterproof, but obviously it's water resistant. So like for things like splashes and stuff like that, you know, it's gonna minimize the amount of water that you get in there. The hard baits should be elevated from the bottom. So that's another thing that's gonna kind of help prevent corrosion. I'm not sure about long-term corrosion. It doesn't have any kind of claims to being, you know, like rust-free technology or anything. But inside the box, it has like these silicone inserts that you put the hard baits in, and it keeps them, I mean, apparently from moving. So let's try that out. Okay, so just kind of wanted to give you all a kind of close-up look on how this works. So you put the hooks in these 2 little wells, line up your hard bait, and just push down. So that locks it in really nicely. And let me show you what happens when I flip this upside down. So one of the cool things about this tackle box is you can flip it upside down and your hard baits aren't going to fall out. So that's really cool when you're, you know, trying to open it on the water. Like I said, it's got that magnet, you open it really quickly. And the other neat thing is you don't get that hook tangle like that you were seeing in the other one. It's really quick and easy to get your hard baits out, right? And to put them in again, you just squish it in there. As far as cons, one of the things I noticed is like with thicker baits like this, the silicone does an okay job of holding it, but you can't press it down enough for the box to close. So keep that in mind. Some of these bigger, thicker baits like this one or this one right here, not gonna work so well with this system. And obviously the other thing is it's not waterproof. They do not advertise this as being waterproof. Another con with this system that I did notice is that these silicone inserts, they do come out. Like if you catch the hook just the right way, you know, the silicone insert will come out. Small con, but something to think about. But pretty cool case. So let me show you the next box. So the next box we're going to be checking out is the Plano Edge small crankbait box. One of the cool things about this new Plano Edge system is that it is waterproof, but instead of those 3 latches, you're just looking at 1 latch. So you just push this down, up, you're up. So again, this is their box specific for hard baits. So again, this is waterproof. It does have this water wick kind of insert that you put in there, so that's supposed to help with preventing rust. It's got, like it says, the restrictor. So that's definitely a plus with this system. So let me show you how we would put in some hard baits here. So let's put some baits in the Plano Edge crankbait box. So, I mean, really easy. You just push down on this system. They go in really easy. So for these small crankbaits, it works great. Again, they won't fall out. The other cool thing is this box is easier to close than your traditional Plano box. So just open, close. So you don't have those 3 things. The plastic is clear, so you can see inside. One thing I did notice, kind of like that Gruv box, is these larger hard baits, they don't stay stuck. And to be fair, they only claim it's for small crankbaits. But if you're hoping to use like this box for like topwater lures, like a Spook Junior, it doesn't hold it, which is kind of a bummer because I really like this box for like these small hard baits like this. It works perfect. Okay, so that's gonna be that's pretty much the biggest downside, is that it doesn't work with large hard baits. Pretty cool comparison, I thought. So just to recap, your classic waterproof Plano box, old reliable, waterproof. You can fit a large variety of lures in there. You could put crankbaits, you could put hooks, jigs, all kinds of stuff. Con with these is that latch system, right? It takes a little bit longer, you know, to open it. And then when you do open it, right, you do run the risk of all these things are just gonna fall out, the lures get stuck together, but they serve their purpose. This Gruv fishing box, again, really cool opening, just magnetic, extremely simple. It fit the smaller crankbaits really well. It didn't fit the larger profile topwaters that I have, but the smaller profile ones like a Spook Junior, that did work, okay? The silicone inserts did come out, like the hooks do catch onto them sometimes, but overall I think it's really cool system. Also not waterproof, thing to consider. This Plano Edge crankbait box, I think it works great for small crankbaits. I was a little disappointed that it didn't fit things like even like this Spook Junior. It didn't work for me. If y'all have been able to get it to work, I mean, comment down below. It is kind of a big box. That's the only downside I saw with this crankbait box. It's a large box and it only works for these smaller crankbaits. Upon looking at their website, they do sell a Crankbait XL box for larger crankbaits. So maybe that would work for some of those top waters that I have. I did end up buying just like some regular 3600 boxes in this Plano Edge series. They don't have like this this yellow material. It's just like a normal box, and it has that rust restricting technology and that really cool opening lid. Again, these are waterproof. But yeah, just wanted to kind of dive into those three boxes just so you can kind of see how they compare. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what kind of videos you would like to see. And with that, I'll let y'all go.